It is 6 o'clock. Welcome, and we'll start with the pledge. Terry.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right, minutes from our November meeting.
Make a motion to accept the minutes for November.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Old business, ordinance 2023-11 solar panels.
That'd be me. So yesterday we met, the planning commission met, and there was discussion on it. Kind of going off of what Argus has done with theirs, and I'm rewriting a lot of, well, not a lot, I'm rewriting some of it, and then they'll be evaluated again in January.
Okay.
And then it'll go to Alex, and then we need February.
Okay. So we're tabling.
Okay.
Is there a motion to table?
I'll make a motion to table ordinance 23-11 solar panels.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of pay app number 7.
Oh, did I not put the amount in there? Yeah.
Yeah, you did. 199,803.90. Sorry.
Crosby, to Crosby.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve the pay apps in that amount.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ordinance 2023-14. It's amending the already existing solicitation ordinance. I believe it's exempting churches, correct?
Yes, it does. Religious organizations.
Yes,
I
religious
guess,
organizations. So we just had to change the language based upon.
Yeah, that was all from the recodification of our
Mhm.
ordinances and the review of their legal team.
Yep. Okay. So basically, it just says that we have to exempt religious organizations from the permit requirement when it comes to solicitation in the town of Bourbon. So,
I'll make a motion to adapt the ordinance 2023-14 to the way it's rewritten.
I second that.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Amending the pre-existing speed limit on Sunset Drive, 2023-15. Again, that has to do with the codification of ordinances, and apparently that one was a little bit out of,
It's listed as 15 miles per
Yeah.
hour. It's gotta be 20 according to the state of Indiana.
Make a motion to approve that change in the speed limit on Sunset Drive.
Second that.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 2023-16, utility deposits, effective January 1st of 2024. Whereas giving, an ordinance approving the increased base rate of utility bills. Oh, this has to do with the water rates.
Yeah, and that, we discussed that
Yep.
last week. Currently, it's $80, and you guys suggested it move to $150.
For the deposit.
Yeah, for the
Yep.
renter deposit,
Okay.
renter's deposit.
I make a motion to approve that change in the deposit for fiscal year 2023.
Second that.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Revisiting 2023-17, prohibiting smoking in our parks. This is just amending probably a little bit, adding,
Alex.
formalizing it, I
Yeah,
guess.
Alex rewrote it.
Okay.
It just includes e-cigarettes, vaping, all of the things outside of,
I think we have a sign that says no, but we didn't have an ordinance that backed up the
Yes.
no. Okay. Let's see. Following restrictions shall apply within the legal boundaries of all Bourbon parks. Shall be unlawful for any person to utilize any smoking device within the public parks of town of Bourbon, including but is not limited to cigarettes, cigars, vape pens, e-cigarettes, Juul, and any other devices which are capable of producing smoke that is inhaled and exhaled. Utilization shall be the act of blowing smoke out of the previous described device. First offense is $50, second is $100, and the third is $150. And it goes towards ordinance violation bureau, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve that, ordinance and also going into the ordinance violation bureau.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Kim,
You're gonna do the salary ordinance?
did we not do the salary
Oh, you
ordinance?
skipped over
I
it.
did. I have a check mark next to it.
My tenant.
2023-13, the 2023 salary ordinance. 26 pays.
Basically, it is what was discussed
read it?
with the
Can it?
police department earlier in the year, when we amended the ordinances back in October and November, I believe it was. And then also the rest of it is based on a 3.5% increase.
Discussion, comments, I'll entertain a motion.
I guess I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. I think some other employees wanted a larger increase. I think that, in my opinion, was brought up in meetings with them, that I think that the ordinance has already set up that they get an increase upon getting a dual certification, which they haven't done. I think that once they get that dual certification, they would get an increase in that salary. So I think that would reflect that, I think, in the ordinance, doesn't it, Kim?
It does not reflect that in the ordinance. As we discussed, it is based on what the previous year's rate was with the 3.5% increase. And I said, if you're gonna put stipulations on them getting their certifications, it needed to be decided on how long you were gonna give them that and all that. So you're just discussing it as the utility department, correct?
Correct.
So I think that is something that you're gonna have to decide after the first of the year and put a time frame on that, if that is something that you feel.
So right now, if they get an increase, there's no pay increase? I thought that was already in that.
The ordinance
There
calls
is.
for a
The
3.5%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you can make any adjustments after, whenever they get their dual certification, then you guys can
and that's
discuss what
already
that'll look
in
like.
there.
And amend the
That's already in
ordinance.
there, yeah.
Yep.
It shows it in two different levels with
That's
their
what-
dual, yeah, it's
That's what I meant.
always been in there,
It's in the
yes,
job
yes.
description or the employee handbook, one or the
Talking about
other.
what level they're on.
It
Yeah.
listed in the salary ordinance, which
Okay.
we don't have anybody at the moment with the two certifications. But their job descriptions list it that way as a time frame on when they were supposed to
We
get
had
them
that
pulled in.
instance, like in my first year, where we elevated somebody up because they got yeah, so,
Yes.
yeah, if somebody gets it, you guys can address that at the time and amend the ordinance.
Once that's been accomplished.
Yep,
Yes,
absolutely.
once it's accomplished,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
But
bet.
it's already, I mean, it's in there. You would just have to accept that certification, and then at that point, they would move up to that pay level.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's, I mean, essentially
Yeah.
it's in there, it's just
Yep.
have to approve it.
Yeah,
We need a motion on this.
yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
I'll make a motion to accept the 2023-13-24 salary ordinance.
I second that.
Motion and a second to approve the salary ordinance. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Kim,
Approval of claims 5968 to 6040, $636,100.80.
I'll make a motion to approve claims 5968 through 6040.
I second that.
motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Just a reminder to our citizens of the water rate increase that takes effect January 1. I'm sure it will be quite a topic of conversation, but we're going to have a beautiful water plant that's going to be very
functional.
for the next 50 years. Want to thank the fire department for all your help at the tree lighting the other night.
Yes.
Same thing to my co-workers who did a fabulous job getting everything ready. Appreciated that. I want to thank Ward for his service on the council. Been fabulous to work with. Probably one of the best council members that I have ever worked with in the 20 years that I've been here. You basically single-handedly redid the basketball courts by doing that grant, getting donations, the pickleball courts, which is a big plus to the people of the community. The amphitheater that has allowed us to have music in the park, other activities and just sporting events there, and big help with the construction of the water plant and you keeping check on all of the activities that's been going on there and all of that, let alone keeping me informed of things that are going on and always checking in with me. So I do appreciate that, and me bothering you all the time. So I appreciate the 4 years that you've served on the board, and I'm truly going to miss your
I second
guidance
that.
and support.
I second that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
That's all I have.
Bill Martin.
You have my report.
All the new guys doing well?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
They really are a good group.
Good.
The only thing extra I have is I need some guidance from the council. I got a call about an hour ago from Dan, and one of our Explorers, the radio stopped working. It will not transmit. He called me and said that those are the XL 2500s, and to replace that would be $300, but IPSI is in the year 2026, we're gonna phase 2500s out,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna have to replace it, and he said that he can get a 7500 for $2,500, and that will be compatible with what the state is gonna change.
Do you have that in a line item currently? Somewhere?
I didn't get a chance to ask or look at it.
He
He had.
called me about an hour ago.
I don't know if they have it in a line item. However, they have the appropriations in the police department still to cover that. Theirs
Okay.
is going to be a crazy transfer group anyhow with
Okay.
all of that. So we have money that we will be able to transfer for that.
And then the other radios are gonna have the same problem, phase out? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you'll be addressing that in the months to come?
I'm gonna try the grant route first, and then,
Oh, okay.
So you're just planning on doing one radio right now?
yes.
Okay.
You want a motion?
Yeah, let's put it in there as a
Okay.
motion.
Make a motion to approve that.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Roger.
Yeah, activity report. And then I'd also like to thank you for the time you've been on the board with us.
Well, thank you. I
Appreciate your time.
always appreciated working with you and
And plowing.
and you allowing me to plow snow. Thank you. I enjoy that greatly, so.
That's,
It was
that's
fun.
all I have.
All right, thanks. Susie?
I gave you my report. The biggest thing was we discussed solar panels.
Okay. Any questions for Susie at all? Anybody? Or Roger, I guess, for that matter. Chad?
7 calls since the last meeting, and on behalf of the fire department, I want to thank you as well for your 4 years and all the support you've given us.
You're welcome. Very welcome. Okay. Any questions for Chad or anything?
I do not. How's our fire truck coming? You're gonna hear me ask that every council meeting, so that thing's parked in there.
Patron comments or concerns, anyone? Yo, Annette.
I just want to say thank you for passing the policy and the ordinance. I really appreciate it. Your town will appreciate it. Everybody will be healthier. I heard you were talking about the cigarette butts you have to clean up anyway right now.
Yes.
And if you need help with signage,
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, picking up
I
cigarette
am more
butts.
than happy to help purchase those signs. And like I said, Ward has a picture of them. So if you'd like for me to order, I don't know how many you would be needing, but I can do that through Bowen Printing and get that taken care of.
Okay.
I would say that we would need some,
I
especially
do
when
too.
the summertime, when they go down there and
Yeah, I
watch
agree.
sports, people's gonna smoke, and then we need Westwood too. So I would assume probably 2 each.
Yeah, now, is this I've gotta ask this question, what about the ball diamonds on the school property?
Well, it's under our lease.
Yeah, we have that lease.
So we can do that too, okay,
Mhm.
good.
No smoking on school
Well, I know
property
that too,
anyway,
but
so,
Right.
you know how
Mhm.
stupid people can be.
yeah.
So 4 signs? Or would you like
Yeah.
more?
I would say that the entrance on both entrance of the big parks.
Yeah, I would say at least 5 because we need an extra room just in case,
Yeah,
Someone doesn't like the sign.
Or take it for?
or take it.
especially around probably one at the concession stand, cause everybody goes up there.
The one sign has marijuana leaf and no marijuana allowed. Do you want that on the sign since it's already illegal? I mean, I'll just throw that out there to you guys how you want that sign to look. So,
That was the only thing that I thought was,
yeah,
It's
So,
already.
You
it
think
was
it's-
already illegal
I'll leave it to you guys how you want to do that.
It's already a statute for that, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so it's already a statute. I don't think it needs.
I don't think we need to have this ordinance, that's a crime.
So smoking and vaping.
Yeah, no marijuana leaf, yeah. Okay, thank you. Council comments.
I just want to reiterate what Kim said, your appreciation for all you've done for the community. Some amazing things. And to all of the town employees, fire departments, police departments, and everybody. For the past year, thank you for everything that you've done for the community. One other thing I had is vehicle parking down there on Center Street. That Escape has been sitting there now for over a month with a flat tire. And there's a pickup truck parked in front of, what was it? A Melindo's that's been there for a while. Is that?
Checked on it,
Okay. So you're on it?
yes.
Okay. I just feel bad for him because he doesn't have ample parking and then
Yeah.
this, I'll keep my mouth shut.
well, no, I mean.
This is a problem
No,
down there.
he was in my office and I talked to Bill and I've also talked to Susie about it because, you know, we abolished that 2-hour parking and it's pretty bad in that block.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Susie too because she has a business there and a parking issue too.
So, yeah. Let alone we have race cars that are parked on Center Street on the west
Yeah.
side of the
Yeah.
light that, I don't know, I think eventually that 2-hour parking is going to have to be revisited. It's just getting a little bit out of hand.
Can really cause snow around some of that.
And it is, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I haven't done it yet, but it's some of it's in the school trooper. That's
Well,
seriously.
I'll try not to plow him in.
I'll give you info on that.
I'll wave when you drive by. Be like, "Ah."
That's all I had.
Anything?
You got anything?
No, I just
Okay.
trying to think about the parking thing. I mean,
Well, the one down there's been a problem for ever since they moved in there.
Yep.
what was the deal with the bill just being asked with the one with the flat tire? I mean, what's up with that one?
72 hour,
Have they, you have done that?
no, I'm going to.
They'll pump the tires and move it. And they'll go flat again. But yeah, thank you.
Okay. Having nothing else on our agenda.
Anything else? Anybody else have anything? I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
Quit to.
Oh, and by the way,
I wanted to get you
welcome
to the, I wanted to get you
to the council. I
uh,
meant to do that.
ball game. You got a grandson being recognized.
I know.
I didn't want you to be late. All right.
Parking meters. Parking